Good morning, Heather. I decided to do a video because it's a lot to type and figured this would be a little bit easier. Starting out, you have a great dog for this submission. A really good job. Let's open this one up. Let me make it bigger. That way it's a little bit easier for you to see. Okay, so great job right here. And the legs look really good. The only thing I see is that we have this bulk. It looks like a little circle, right? Ideally, what you want to do is bring down the same length. So I think you used a 7 on this guy. You want to take the 7 down, and then when you get to this area, just kind of plane off, just like whoop. You know, that way you're not touching this leg hair, but it's going to give you a straight line, and this dog will be nice and very symmetrical. So in the front, kind of the same thing, you follow it down, but when you get to this point, that blade or whatever you're using, the 7, it's not going to go into this hair. You're just going to kind of, you know, pull it out, okay? After you do that, you're going to do the same thing for this side. So you're going to have, you know, nice symmetrical lines. You're going to do this on the side of the leg and on the front, okay? And then, if you have any lines, you're going to take your thinning shears and you're going to back brush these areas. And you're going to come down with your thinning shears and blend those lines. You're going to do 1, 2, 3 cuts. 1, 2, 3. You're going to brush down and then you're going to brush up. That way you can see what you took off and what still needs to come off, okay? All right, let's go to the other one. All right, so here we have the side. Can I get bigger? Let's see. Okay, so this one is not gonna get it bigger, but this is, you know, the same thing we were talking about on that first picture. Take that 7 all the way down. And then when you get to this part, just follow a straight line and kind of come off. You know, you wanna make sure you're not cutting any of this. So come down with that. And then keep blending the same way I talked about up here with the 3, the back brush, and checking on your work. Okay, this back here, we have a very, a line that we can see very distinctively. And what you want to avoid with a stylized leg is having that line. So this trim, you could blend this line really nice, and it would be quite a nice leg. I normally start the leg right here. So this line that you see, you want to kind of start right at this flank, you know, the tuck up of a dog. And what I do is I bring the 7, and this muscle right here is what I follow. So when you get down here on this muscle, this kind of goes inward. So you have a little dip here. What I do is I take my 7 and right on the edge of this muscle, right before it dips, I just follow it down a straight line. And when I get here, I make sure that I am not digging into this coat. So I come down, edge of the muscle, about to go into the dip, and I pull my clipper out. You pull your clipper out. You know, and you don't want to do like a stop and then clipper out. You kind of want to do a down, like a little, you're on the muscle. This is the dip. So muscle. You're getting to the dip and you're just kind of planing off. Okay. Let me see the other guy. So, and in here, so whenever you see this picture, again, if you do what you did on the sides, what you're gonna notice is that muscle, you plane off here. So you're either gonna have this area filled out nicely by the coat that you didn't take off after you planed off of this like high area muscle. Another thing you can do, if it's already set, if you already set this line a little bit lower, is come from here and then just take this part off so it's a little bit more even. Same thing with over here. Come down and just make 2 lines, because you should be able to see 2 lines coming down. And anything that comes out of that line, you can cut off with your shears, okay? That way you have a nice upside down, like a cathedral window. This is what you want to do. And then 2 lines coming here. Okay, let's see what else. Look how cute. Good job there. Okay, so this dog technically has kind of the same patterns that you did on the other guy, but I don't want you to do 2 more dogs. I think that if you are able to give me a submission that you followed my instructions and you went through those lines, and I see that you applied that, I will, you know, I will just grade this one a little bit lower, but you'll have a passing submission. So same thing with this guy. That's what I noticed. Those lines, you know, same here. Just kind of, you did a good job taking it down here, but there's bulk here. And these legs, you want to make sure they're nice and tight. So you can take your thinning shears in this area and in this area. Sometimes you can take your straight. It depends on how comfortable you are making those straight columns, okay? In here, much better than the other one. I see that you were blending in here as well, and you were taking this higher. So this line, you could potentially do it just a little bit higher and starting the pattern from here, and then scissoring this in really, really, really nice. You know, I like what you did here. This is fine. I would just kind of start it up here. All right. Oh, you couldn't even see that. Start it up here. And good job back here. Overall, your work here, though, is really nice. You're doing a really good job with that. And that's hard to do because a 7 is better than a 10, but they're still hard to blend in. Okay. Basically, same principle. You want to have a U. So you could thin this out a little bit more just to get that nice U. And from the inside of the leg, you want to come down like a U too. This right here, you can take more with your sanitary blade, but that's basically what you want to see is whoop, whoop, whoop. And on this dog, he has a lot back here. I would probably round this up a little bit more to make it nice and tight. All right, let me see. So we're gonna keep this dog for the submission. What we are gonna do is replace the other one. Let me know if you have any questions about the video, if you know whatever you need. Also, the prep work on this dog, fantastic. Good job on, you know, getting these legs nice and straight. Let me know if you need any help. I'm gonna go ahead and submit this now, and I will put this on a link so you can just click on it. All right, thanks.